Hello and welcome. This character profile video is for the class Crimson Lily, and what you're going to see is all of her skills, her top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend, her enhancements, her player card, and a gameplay video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you the class Crimson Lily. Here we go. Okay, if you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce you to the interface. On the far left side are all of her skills. On the right side is all the specials that go with those skills. And at the bottom is usually a passive if the character does have it. So from the right of where the skills are is charges. This is how many times you can use the skill. And the next column over is hits. That's how many times the skill will hit your opponent or can hit your opponent or character. The next one is damage PVE. And so what I've done is I have taken the complete total percentage and did the math for you so that you can see it in one easy column. And the next one is damage PVP. And again, that is the highest percentage damages for each skill. So take a moment to look at all of her skills, and when you're ready, let's go ahead and move on to the top 8 PVE skills I recommend. Here we go. Alright, so what I've done is I've taken the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVE, and you see it from the top down, the highest damage percentage. But I also want to call your attention to the skill Death's Nocturne. That hits or can hit 10 times. So that means that's up to 3,000% damage you can do to a boss monster, a regular enemy or creature in the world. So even though I didn't highlight it, consider it in your rotation for the ones that are highlighted. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we'll go on to the top 8 PvP skills I recommend. Here we go. And here are the top 8 PvP skills I recommend, highlighted in green, and you'll see at the very top is the skill Willow Slash. That is your highest damaging PvP skill. However, now I want to call your attention to the colors over in the specials column. If super armor is colored in red, that means you cannot use it in arena or Raminis. So just be aware, if you're in open combat, you're fighting in the open world, it'll be there for you and will work, but not in arena again. The other one is the second skill down, Vacuum Slice. The forward guard, the reason that is colored means that in Path of Glory, it will not work. So if you're putting that character on your team for Path of Glory, expecting the forward guard to dominate, it will not function. Everywhere else, including arena, it will. And one more thing is, if you don't know what super armor or forward guard is or means, I will explain it when we get to the player card slide. So have no worries, but take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, let's move on to the enhancements. Here we go. So if you are new to my enhancement slide, allow me to introduce how this works. On the far left are the names of all the skills. On the far right is the branch damage that connects to those skills. And the 4 columns in the center, the first, second, and fourth one, is things that do things for you. Sometimes it's not always that way because, you know, the game gives me a lot of stuff. But the third column is always meant to be what happens to the person you're attacking. So you will always know, hey, the third column, that interests me. But oh look, he put it in the second column as well. That's because they gave you 2. So looking at Crimson Lily's enhancements, you can visually see target move speed down. If you were to hit a person with Crimson Glide, that skill all the way down, ending in Vacuum Slice, well, you would reduce their move speed by 20%. And if you're asking me why would this be important, well, if you're out in the Great Desert and you're fighting a mob that is more powerful than you, you might be interested to hit them and slow them down, and just, you know, run them around and toy with them, because you can continually slow them down. So consider it. Other than that, it looks like she has a lot of bleeds, a lot of extra damage. I call that flow, or the game says it's called flow. That's in the first column. And, well, I mean, there's a lot of good representation and spread for your branch damages. So she has a really good balance of skill cooldowns, extra damage, definitely some target move speed down, and bleeds. So overall, I think her enhancements are really solid. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card. So just looking at this, I want to introduce it to you. This is like a baseball card. It has all of the slides that you previously saw all on one screen. So if you get comfortable with my character profile videos, you can be like, a new character came out, let me get over to that player card and check them out without having to sift through a lot of slides. So on this screen, you see everything that she has and can assess what you like about her and what you could do with the new character. So to introduce all the sections, at the very top is the top 8 PVE and PVP skills I recommend. To the right of that is something new. It's called Immobilization. So the way that that works is, in each skill there will be something that immobilizes your opponent. It might be freeze, knock down, knock up, or stun. However, knockback, I just don't count that as a way of immobilizing your opponent, because it seems like they can just get out of it too easily. So I did highlight in red Death's Nocturne. It has a knockback, so be aware of that. But it looks like Rondo of Doom and Reeling Thrust are the ones that have 2 immobilizations. So for all you PvPers out there, super armor and these skills in your rotation and you'll be doing just fine. I also want to take this moment to, well, let me go through the rest of it. At the bottom is the skills that you've seen, and then the enhancements. So I want to take this moment to apologize. I said for Lawn that verbally that she was able to fly, and that's what made her appealing, and that's just not so. But for Crimson Lily, oh yes, she is the first character that I am aware of that can fly. There's characters that can go into the ground and pop up, but for her, she definitely can fly through the air, and that is the skill Crimson Glide. So you can use it every 10 seconds, so be aware that this is really good, and this character really impressed me because of all that she can do, as well as fly out of there. So consider her as a character for you to check out and try. But let's go ahead and finish this slide up by telling you, for all those people who don't know what forward guard or super armor is, let's tell you now. Forward guard means incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. This is very important while you're facing your opponent. It's just really strong, so it's a really nice skill that they have. The super armor, this is the most common thing that people put in the rotation of skills that they attack another player with. It means incoming damage will be reduced, and effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. This is what makes super armor very popular, and just be aware that when it's highlighted in red, you cannot use it in Reminisce or Arena. So take a moment to look at the player card, and when you're ready, the music's gonna change, and I'll introduce the gameplay video where we will see Crimson Lily in action. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video. So before we get started, let's show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we are at Kron Castle entrance. We're here because, well, their CP is 2519. It's our favorite spot, and our CP is a meager 12,000. 526. So what we're going to do is we have a shortcut or auto path that we always use. We'll have her fight for 2 or 3 minutes. I'll have us go to town where I can do my outro. And just be aware that in this gameplay video, we're also going to show you Crimson Glide a few times. So without further ado, as she gets over to her spot, we get to present to you Crimson Lily. Enjoy. And it looks like we're about ready to head to town here. So just a few more seconds and we'll get that going. Here we are. So while the loading screen comes up, allow me to do my outro here and say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm always making more videos, and if you like my videos, please subscribe, like, share, let people know about them. I'm always wanting to make sure that the game is fun and enjoyable for all of you. So let's go ahead and put her in a position here so we can just showcase and show her off. It's a little tough with the camera. So yeah, that'll do. And now that she's here, let's just together say thank you once again. Hope you enjoyed this Crimson Lily video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye now.